Hi, this is Scott Wyman, Training Coordinator for Central Texas College. This morning I'm going to show you just briefly how to use Microsoft OneNote. So if we start a new OneNote project, you'll see that it opens up to a new section and an untitled page. I'm using my training notes because, well, all my other ones are already filled with notes and assorted goodies. So when you start out, you'll notice that the page is untitled. So we can give it a title. All you have to do is click here in the title area, and you type training page, and you'll see it shows up over here on the right side for the page. Now, one of the good things about Microsoft OneNote is the fact that you can put information anywhere on the screen that you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a short list here. I'll start by typing adding content, which is essentially what I'm doing right now. I'm adding content to the OneNote page. For the sake of time saving, I'm going to take the remainder of this list that I have over here on a side note, and I'm just going to copy and paste into it. So you can see that you can indeed copy and paste from another application such as Word, Excel, PowerPoint, things of that nature, or from within another note in Microsoft OneNote. Now you'll notice that there's a difference in font size between where I initially typed and the list items that I copied and pasted in. Not a problem. I can, just like in any other Microsoft application, I can come up here, click on my Format Painter, and then come down here, click and drag to select, and that'll make that content the same size. Now there's a reason I did this, and the reason is because what we're going to look at next is adding tags. But before we get into adding tags, let me just show you a little bit more about adding content. Suppose you wanted to add a picture to your document or to your note page. Very simple. You go up to the Insert tab, you select the picture icon, or the picture button, and then you simply go out and find the picture you want. I use this picture of the globe, the world. I simply double click and it puts it, you'll notice that it puts the picture wherever your insertion line is. If I undo this, you'll see that my insertion line is right here before adding tags. So if I redo, you'll see it inserts that image between my first and second lines of text. So if I want to move that picture to the outside of my text and have it in its own little area, I simply point and click to a different area, not inside the box. You'll see how the current text box shows the borders. So I'm going to put my insertion line over here to the side, and then I'll do the picture, double click my picture, and now you'll see the picture is over here. It's a separate item from our text box. So adding images, adding pictures, you can, real simple. You can add a screenshot. If you have another window open on your computer, maybe you're out on the internet and you want to take a screenshot of an image or some text out there. Anything that's displayed on your monitor, you can do a screen clipping, and you simply click the screen clip button and it'll minimize your OneNote, and you'll see how the screen grays out. And I'll just come in here and I'll just click and drag to take this O, and it places it right where your insertion line was. So if I come down here and I'm going to scroll down a little bit, if I put my insertion line here and I want to do a screenshot, maybe I'll do a screenshot of the text that I copied and pasted over here. Just click on the screen clipping. Again, I can come over and I can take the whole window where I pulled that information from, and there it is, right where my insertion line was. So it's really easy to add any type of content. And we'll see more adding content, different types of content, as we progress through these little videos. You need to keep the time fairly short with these, though. So now let's take a look at adding tags. Adding tags is fairly simple. Tags are found on the Home tab over here in the Tags group. To add a tag, the first few tags, the to-do, the important, the question, the remember for later, the definition, highlights, they're assigned keyboard shortcut keys. So if I wanted to make this a checklist item, I had to add a checkbox to it. All I have to do is use the keyboard shortcut Control 1, and you'll see it adds the checkbox. If I use the same keyboard shortcut Control 1, it checks the text box or the checkbox for me. And if I do a Control 1 again, it makes it disappear. I can also add the tag by clicking the tag up on the ribbon itself, just like that. And then to check the checkbox, I click the checkbox. So we've already added content. If you want to add tags to multiple lines, and you simply click and drag to select those multiple lines, and I'll do the Control 1 keyboard shortcut again for this, and you'll see it adds that to do checkbox to each and every line that I had the text selected on. You can assign or you can add a tag before you type any text. For example, I can come up here and I'll click the remember for later, and then I just type stuff here. And you'll see that as I type the information, it adds the tag to it. If I add a second line, you'll see the tag does not carry down with it. So if I wanted to add a separate tag for this, maybe this is going to be a contact, I click the contact and you'll see it adds the tag. Real simple. Tags are so easy to add. And one of the things that's really kind of neat about the tags is it gives you, OneNote gives you an option to find tags in your notebook. So if I wanted to go in and find, say, my contact tags or notes that I've marked as contact tags, I come over here, click on the Find Tags button, and then over here in the Tags Summary pane, you'll see there's my more stuff here, my contact tag. Here are my to-do tags. So, and here is my Remember for Later tag. So if I wanted to find this contact tag, I simply click this contact tag, and OneNote will find that tag on my sheet, select it, and show me where it is. So again, real handy, real easy to find things. When you're done with the tag summary window, you simply click the X, the close button on the pane, and it goes away. So there's adding tags, real easy. You can do custom tags. If you click the More button here in the tag group, click the More button, and you scroll custom tags. Custom tags. Here you can go in and create a new tag, or you can modify an existing tag. I'll create a new tag. I'll give this tag a name. We'll just put in there whatever you want to name the tag. I'm going to select a symbol to assign to that tag. That way I can identify it just by quick view. I'll use the happy face because it's going to be happy notes, I'm sure. I can select a predefined font color. I'll make the font for these blue, and then click on OK. So there's my for Brenda, and you'll notice that it replaced the Control 1 to do with the Control 1 for Brenda. Now, if you don't want to assign this to one of the keyboard shortcuts, you can use these move tag buttons over here. The farther down the list I move, you'll see that it changes the keyboard shortcut. And if I get down below 9, then it has no keyboard shortcut assigned to it. I'm going to move it up to the Control 9. So that'll be my keyboard shortcut for the For Brenda tag. Simply click the OK button. Now I can come down here, click, and I will do a Control 9 keyboard shortcut. There's my note for my tag. There you have it. You'll see the font change color. It has its own custom tag. And again, if I want to search for that tag, click on the Find Tags button. There's my For Brenda. Click, and it takes me right to my tag. So there's custom tags. Real simple. We'll click that one off and finish that. Editing content. Real simple. It's just like editing content in any other application. You simply click and drag to select what it is you want to change. I can change my font attributes. I can make it bold, italic, underline, strike through, superscript, subscript, whichever I want to do. Turn those back off. I can change the the font color. Here I can make it red. I can change the font size. I can make it a numbered list, a bulleted list. Anything that you want to do can be done just like with any other Office application. So editing text, real easy, real easy. Let's take a look now at adding workbooks. If you need a second or maybe a third or fourth or fifth workbook, that's pretty easy to do as well. All you have to do is come over to the navigation pane on the left side, and you select new notebook. It opens the new notebook dialog window for you. You give it a name. Call this meeting notes, and we're going to save it in our personal folders, and then you simply click create notebook. And there's my note. It says it's been created. I don't need to do an email link to anything. So here's my new notebook. Here's my existing notebook. Again, all new notebooks start with one page, one section. Easy stuff to take care of. All right, so let me get back to my training notes. We've added workbooks. That's kind of easy. The next thing you might want to look at is changing the default workbook. And that's a real simple process as well. Whichever notebook is on the top of your list is your default notebook. This is important if you're doing screen clippings, if you're doing other importing, emailing, things of that nature. And all you do to change the default workbook is you click and drag the one that you want to make the default to the top. Real easy. Notice that as I drag it, the dark border indicates where the notebook will reside. So there I move the training notes to the top. So there we have changing the default notebook. Easy stuff. Then we have adding sections. Up here you'll see we have the sections. And this is section 1. I can change the name of that by right-clicking on it and doing a rename. We'll call this Basics. And if I want to add a new section, all I have to do is click the New Section button right there, and it adds a new section. I'll call this just whatever you want to name it. And you can also change the color of your tabs, your sections, if you want to. Here is the section color options. It gives you the pop-up, all the different options. We'll make this teal. We can make this one purple, just so that they're different, they stand out. And there you go. There's a new workbook. I've shown you how to do a new section, and now we'll look at adding new pages. Now there's a couple different ways to add pages. One way is to simply click the new page button right here, and it adds a new untitled page. Now you don't have to put a title for the page. Whatever you type first on here, that's what it's going to automatically pick up as the title for this page. If you want to change that, you simply type in the title box and it'll change it over here on the right side. So that's one way to add new pages. Another way that you can add new pages is by using their built-in templates. To get to the templates, you click on the drop-down menu button here on the new page button. And here you'll see some of the ones that I've experimented with before, some templates that I've downloaded. But to see what's available, you click on Page Templates. And here you can see we have academic pages, blank pages, business pages, decorative pages, and planner pages. We'll just start here at the bottom, look at some planner pages. Here's a simple to-do list, and it's going to create a new page set up to that particular template. If I want to see what the prioritized to-do list looks like, I simply select that one. It'll give me a preview of what it looks like. None of these changes are going to be permanent until you move out of the templates window here and start adding information to the page. Here's the project to-do list. So they each have their own beneficial parts, depending on what you're going to create. If you just want something that looks nice, there's a ton of different decorative styles. You can see all these different ones. I'll just pick a couple to show you. Here's a light bulb corner. a couple light bulbs in the corner. Triangles, titles, again, just tons of things for you to choose from. So you simply find one that you like, and that's the one that you go with. If you want to look at the business templates, here's business templates, project overview, meeting notes, more meeting notes, more meeting notes, more meeting notes, and more meeting notes. If you just want a blank form, here's some different blank note pages that you can look at, and it's going to be based on the size. If I want index cards, there's index card size note page. It's just, again, whatever your choices are, whatever you're looking for. And then finally, we have the academic, and we have some lecture notes, and some more lecture notes, and some more lecture notes. And here's some math and science class notes, and a history class notes. So again, it all depends on what it is you're looking for and what format you're going to use. We'll just go with the computer one, and I'll leave it at that. I'm going to close my templates window. I'm going to close my tags pane, and there I am. A new page, untitled page, computer notes, just so that we got a good name over here on the side. Okay, to change pages, real easy, just click on the page tab over here. So that takes care of adding pages. Now a subpage, just like in an outline, a subpage is just a page that falls underneath the page. So if I had additional computer notes, maybe I had software notes and hardware notes under my computer notes, then I can click the drop-down menu button on the new page button and simply select new subpage. And you'll see how it indents it. And then I'll call this software notes. And then I'll add another subpage. And that's going to be under software notes. And we'll call this one hardware notes. But I don't really want this to be under software notes. So to move this over to the left, I simply right-click the Page tab and then click the Promote Subpage, and it'll put it over equal with the software notes. If I want to make it a page of its own, then I can right-click and Promote again. And now it's a page by itself instead of being a subpage of computer notes. To move it back as a subpage, right-click, and then make Subpage. So there we have new pages and subpages. So we can check that off of our list. Oh, and I've already done adding templates as well, so we can check that off of our list. I've shown you how to add section colors. We can check that off of our list. See how easy this stuff is? So now if I wanted to come in here, let's say I was working on some software notes and I need to know specifically what date and time I created the notes. Up here you'll see that it shows you the date and time that this page was created. But if I make specific notes, and I need to know what date and time I entered this specific note, then I simply come up and select Insert, and here's date, time, or I can select date and time. So there's my date time stamp. I have another one down here. And you'll see how if you click within a certain range of your initial note, it'll just extend the box. If you want a new box, just come over to the side or farther down on the list or farther down on the page. And we'll put in here another note. And maybe I just need to know the date that I did this one. I can insert the date. Here's one more note. And if I just need to see the time that I put this in, then I can click time. So there you have some basic information on adding information, adding images, adding tags, adding date timestamps, all sorts of good things to Microsoft OneNote. Next time we'll look into a little bit more detail, adding recorded video, recorded audio, things of that nature. So until next time, have a great day and I'll see you later.